Greetings and welcome to my channel. Tonight's story is not about ghosts, not about monsters. It is about a boy who could not run, yet walked into the most dangerous forest on earth. Chapter 1. The Boy Who Walked Slowly. In a village that did not appear on most maps, where roads ended abruptly and dreams ended even sooner, lived a boy who walked differently. His name was Arav, and at 16 his body carried a quiet rebellion against speed. His left leg, damaged years ago in an accident no one spoke about anymore, dragged just enough to remind him that the world was not designed for patience. Children noticed it first. They ran past him, laughed past him, lived past him. Elders noticed later, lowering their voices whenever he passed, calling his limp fate or God's lesson or sometimes punishment. Arav listened to none of it. Pain had not taught him something early in life that explanations did not heal, and sympathy did not strengthen. Every evening, as the village folded itself into dusk, Arav sat beneath an old neem tree with books collected from forgotten corners. He read about frozen lands, endless deserts, and deep forests. But one name refused to leave him: CONGO, the African forest that swallowed sound, memory, and men. It had heard it first on an old radio, a trembling voice whispering about something unnatural living in the Congo mountains, something abandoned, something watching. Chapter 2. When Arav asked the elders, their face hardened. Congo was not discussed. Some lands remember those who entered. One old man said that night the wind pressed against Arav's house like fingers searching for cracks. His legs ached worse than usual, as if sensing a coming decision. Hidden behind a loose floor tile, Arav found a diary that had never been there before. Its cover was stained dark red, brittle with age. Inside were frantic notes, sketches of a creature, one eye, three finger, and twisted leg, and a sentence that forces breathe. It is not hunting us, it is waiting. Fear should have stopped him. Instead, something inside Arav elegant. Pain recognized pain. Before sunrise, he left. No food, no money. Only a wooden stick, a small knife, and a diary. Each step away from the village hurt. But for the first time in his life, the pain felt like permission. Behind him, the village slept. Ahead, the unknown was already awake. Chapter 3. The world was cruel and honest. Stones punished Arav's weak leg without mercy, forcing him to invent a rhythm, step, pause, and breathe. He learned quickly that survival was not bravery but just adjustment. He wrapped his leg in cloth soaked with cool mud, rested when hunger arrived silently. He drank from roadside taps, ate fallen fruit, slept near human sounds to avoid animals. On the third morning, a truck horn screamed close enough to steal his breath. The driver stopped. A man with tired eyes and no curiosity. He offered bread, water, and advice without questions. Never fight the road, the man said. Understand it. Arav watched how the man drove, slowing before turns, accelerating only when visibility was clear. Life, Arav realized, followed the same rules. The man dropped him near a port city and disappeared. That night, among cargo containers and salt-heavy air, Arav saw a ship being loaded. On its side, one word was painted clearly: Africa. He did not hesitate. Chapter 4: The Ocean That Erases Names. Arav hid inside a cargo container wrapped in darkness so thick it pressed against his thoughts. Rats moved freely, unafraid. Time lost the meaning. He collected condensation with cloth, chewed dry grains slowly, conserving energy like a trained survivor. Fever came on the sixth night, bringing whispers, his name soft, familiar. The diary fell open in his shaking hands. A sentence he had never noticed stared back at him. The forest speaks before it reveals itself. When the container opened again, warm air rushed in, carrying the smell of wet earth and something metallic. Africa breathed differently. A woman named Yuta found him before fear could. She treated his infected leg with crushed leaves and fire ash. Her movements precise, respectful. You came for the mountain, she said calmly. When Arav nodded, she stepped back. I go no further, she warned. Mistakes live there. Chapter 5: The Forest That Watches. The Congo forest did not welcome Arav. It observed him. Sound bent around his presence. Light behaved strangely. He learned to survive by copying the forest instead of challenging it. Birds led him to water and taught him patience. Bamboo became crutches. Pain became information. At night, the forest pressed close, alive with unseen weight. On the fourth day, he found footprints, 3-fingered, deep, fresh. His heartbeat slowed instead of racing. The mountain rose ahead like a scar in the land. From its side, a cave exhaled warm air, steady and slow. written inside the cave. Chapter 6. Inside the cave, the creature waited, tall, red-brown skin stretched over powerful limbs. One eye watched Arav with intelligence, not hunger. 3 fingers curled gently, and then Arav saw it. The limp, the same uneven balance, the same careful movement. The creature touched Arav's injured leg. An image flooded his mind. Laboratories, pain, abandonment. This was no monster. It was a mistake left behind. When hunters entered the forest days later, Arav chose intelligence over fear. He led them away using traps, sound and shadows. Fire chased lies. The creature disappeared deeper into the mountain. Arav returned changed, carrying a truth heavier than any diary. Monsters are not born in forests. They are created when the world looks away.